All right, what's up, y'all? Two Peas and a Bong in the building. We don't have Bong right now, but it is your boy DP.
And it's your boy KP.
Yeah, hopefully we can get Bong on here
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, man, just on here peeping some of this NBA action, man. Um, Actually, you and I both missed the first game,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's the replay is on right now, so I'm actually watching that right now.
yeah. Me too. Me too.
Okay, okay. At look, watching Victor, as you put it, what's his name? Victor what?
We men yama.
Oh, and
We men yama.
it's Weminyama. Oh, that shit was so funny when you first said it.
Yeah,
Man, the second game though, you did get a chance to watch, right?
yeah.
Okay, so you put a lot in the text. So let me
Hmm.
know what you think about the outcome of that game, which is this is between Denver and OKC.
Uh huh.
So the outcome of that game, and then basically the makeup of those two teams.
Okay. Give me 1 second because I'm gonna go to the rosters so I don't butcher anything. Uh, since you
Come
want
on,
me
Kevin Nigajowski, you
since
supposed to
you
be
want me
having
since
everything.
you want me to talk about this, I'm gonna go into detail. You gotta excuse me, man. I ate a cup of noodle, and I don't know why, but it shit giving me hot flashes right now, man.
Okay. Uh,
Who? Speaking of a
I
cup of
don't know
noodle,
what that's all about,
I
but
don't know, but man, whoever when's the last time you had a cup of noodle?
um, it's been a minute.
Man, they changed the taste of the damn peas. Now they taste like real peas, man. So whoever changed it, they need to be fired.
So couple noodles is passing the peas like they used to do.
Oh man,
Or are they not passing the peas like they used to do?
the peas taste different and the corn
So
tastes
so
different.
wait, hold on. They taste like real peas. You want them to taste like fake ones?
Yes, because
Oh, this nigga.
you couldn't taste the peas in the original ones.
Okay.
But now it's like, God damn, this
They
tastes
ain't
like
passing
real
the
peas.
peas like they used to do.
And the
Not
corn
passing
is
the
like,
peas like they used to do.
all right.
Um,
But recap.
who are you going over first? Denver or OKC?
I'm gonna go over LKC first. I'll start with OKC.
Okay,
So
because I'm gonna pull up OKC's roster
okay,
myself.
okay.
Um,
One of the things I said off air, off camera, was when they got Isaiah Hartenstein from New York in the off season.
mhm.
I thought that put Oklahoma City in a really good position to win the West in the playoffs.
Okay, and
And
he didn't play.
no, he didn't play. No.
Right.
And I'm being very careful with my words and saying winning the West in the playoffs because last year they were the number 1 seed as well, and
Uh-huh.
they didn't come out of the West. They had a lackluster performance in the playoffs. So
Okay.
I'm saying this year they represent the West in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics.
And by
That
the way, man,
and that's another story.
I don't know where you went, but I'm on NBA.com too.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm
Okay,
actually
just
yeah,
making
well,
sure
yeah,
we're
yeah, I'm
on the same page.
yeah.
Okay.
So when I look at their team, okay, you've got Hartenstein. Hartenstein solves the problem that I felt that they had with Chet Holmgren, where
Mhm.
he may struggle at times playing the five in
Okay.
his young years. As he gets older and more stronger and puts on more weight, and then he'll be able to play the five a lot more. But for his first couple of years, I think he's best suited playing the four naturally and then playing the five in spurts. So
Okay.
Hartenstein allows that. Hartenstein also passes the ball. He's not going to be a ball stopper, and he's not looking to score. He,
No, he's not.
so it's
He's Would you call him a rim protector?
No, 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 no.
Yeah, he's a
But
rebounder,
yeah, but you
and
got the
he
rim protector in Chet.
yeah. Well, we're
Oh,
talking
okay,
about what
okay, just
Hartenstein kind of
yeah,
open, so I'm saying
okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's a rim protector, but
No,
he is
no.
a big body.
He's a
He'll
big
get in the
body.
mix. He'll hustle.
He's physical.
Yeah,
Rebounds, passes well.
yeah,
He's left-handed. You know,
and he's black. Surprisingly, no.
hey man, the jury's still out, man.
Oh man, I don't know what happened with your camera, man. You freezing up. Uh-oh. Look like we losing KP. Not we talking about Isaiah Hartenstein. We not losing Isaiah, but we losing KP. Let's see. They have to get him to sign back in. Okay. Tell you about these dudes with this messed up internet, man. You got to get it together, baby. Wait for him to jump back in here. Mm-hmm. Man, what's going on with your
I have no idea because I could hear you the whole time and I could see myself on the screen.
yeah,
So it's weird.
yeah,
I just refreshed it.
okay, cool.
Um,
Whatever you did, it's got you back on here. So
okay.
that's what's
Yeah,
up.
I just did a refresh. So but looking at the team, so looking at Hartenstein, I thought that that was a good complementary piece to get
Mm-hmm.
to where
Mm-hmm.
he didn't take away from anybody offensively or defensively, but more so could enhance what they already brought to the table. So now he's gonna set a hard screen for Shea to come off picks,
Mm-hmm.
J Dub to come off picks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got that. You now you allow Chet to roam defensively and be a rim protector without getting beat up by
Yeah.
by bigs the whole season.
Now you have the um big man defender to
Yes,
go along with the guard defender in Dort.
absolutely,
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
defensively, that solves a helps solve a problem in the paint.
yes.
Also,
Nah,
were you surprised that he left New York?
um, At first, I was because of the relationship that he
Mm-hmm.
seemed to have with, the Villanova Knicks,
Mm-hmm.
but, when you look back, he was getting more time in the playoffs because Mitchell Robinson was hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and at first,
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson was starting over him, so,
Right.
that's where he found his opportunity, but now he's gonna be a full-time starter.
Yeah. What and do you know why he's out?
I do not. I do not.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, so you're starting with him.
Yeah, I'm starting with him.
Okay.
So then you got Shea. Um, I think Shea has a chance to get MVP between him and Anthony Edwards.
Uh huh.
Those would be my two picks.
The clear leader of this team.
Absolutely, absolutely.
If there's a
Um,
1-2 punch, he's always one. And then
I'm gonna go
you're
with Holmgren.
huh?
Holmgren's. I'm gonna go with Holmgren is two.
I was gonna ask you, is it gonna be Holmgren
Yes.
or Williams?
Nah, it's Holmgren
Okay.
because Holmgren. Like I watched him play today, and J Dub is hell of a player, man.
Mm-hmm.
Continues to get better every year. Um, but Holmgren can do it with that. He doesn't have to score to contribute a lot, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's rebounding, blocking shots, altering shots,
Mm-hmm.
passing the ball. He can do a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say he's the number two
Okay.
in the punch. Um, then yeah, then you do have J Dub. You
Mhm.
do have Lou Dort, who's a tenacious defender.
Right.
You got Isaiah Joe, who kind of gets lost in the mix of players. Um, you got Case and Wallace, who's another solid on ball defender, is gonna play
Uh-huh.
hard. You got Alex Caruso, who just got there.
Just got there.
Yeah, like
Should be another guy who helps with defending guards, but he's kind of all around, man.
yeah,
Not really a specialist in any area, I don't think, but just kind of somebody who can do a little bit of everything,
yeah. You got Aaron Wiggins.
which was a surprise, at least to me. If he can sustain that off the bench, what do you got? 15?
He did 7 for 9 shooting.
That's efficient, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't expect him to go 7 for 9 every night.
not at all.
But that's an efficient night. But if he can bring, 10 to 15 points off the bench, I don't know if he'll average 15, but maybe
I
around
say
10.
12. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna 10 to
The
12.
well, the hard thing is gonna be is because there's another guy that I didn't even mention was the other Jalen Williams, who's solid as well at
Hmm.
the power forward spot.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah,
gonna they're gonna have a dilemma because it's almost like you have too much.
yeah.
Like they're
So
like
he
11 deep.
averaged well, so far over his career, this is Jalen Williams, the forward.
Yeah.
4.8 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. So basically
He
5 points, 4 rebounds,
he's just
two
another glue
assists.
guy.
Yeah.
Another glue guy that knows how to play within the system
Hmm.
that isn't gonna do too much and is gonna make sure that the right people are getting the ball to make the right plays.
Yeah. I mean, so if we and what you saying, glue guy.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about what people generally focus on, like the nucleus or the
Mhm.
core that keeps them going, who you would build around. If you say it's a 1-2, you said it's uh SGA and Chet Holmgren. But if
Yes.
you're saying it's a big three, as you hear people throw that term out there, then you throw Jalen Williams in there. So those are the
Yes.
three
Yes.
that you would continue to like build around. But the
Yes.
guys that they have around them, this is
Yeah.
a young team, man. This
Youngest
is a
team in the
young,
league.
yeah,
Average age 24 years old.
yeah.
Like I mean, another guy that they picked up uh during the draft was Nikola Topic. People aren't talking about him. He was projected to be a top 5 pick, but
Hmm.
tore his ACL. Um, and
Yeah,
so
you were
that
telling me about him.
that's why he dropped, but he
Yeah.
dropped right to Oklahoma City.
Hmm.
So they've picked him up, and then next year they have 3 first round picks for the next year's draft.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you talking about living off the fat of the land.
Yeah.
God dog. That like they're set up to be a problem for a while. So
Yeah.
looking at
Sam Presti is
I'm impressed.
back there pulling the right strings, man.
Yeah, yeah. Geppetto.
Right.
He's the real Geppetto, man. Like, yeah. So I
Oh
mean,
shit.
so I was, in watching the game, they were just younger,
Hmm.
they were faster to the ball, they were more active and athletic. They
Clearly have more depth
yeah.
when you go past the starting five.
Oh, man, Imma get to
Yeah.
that. When I talk
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mickey.
We'll
Oh,
get there.
Mickey.
We'll get there.
Woo! Uh, yeah, so, like, they share the ball,
Hmm.
pause, and that's a big thing, man, especially in today's time, because even pros be stat chasing, but these guys are sharing the basketball and making
Hmm.
the right play, giving up a good shot for a great shot in a lot of instances.
Hmm.
So it's actually refreshing watching them play because on one hand, they're young with an average age of 24, but on the other hand, it's like, man, but these guys know how to play. And these
Together.
guys exactly, and they play
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
and they're playing to
Imagine
win.
imagine, and I know you went to the Clipper game last night.
Mhm.
Now, the wall, the
Yeah.
fan wall,
Yeah.
gives off that like college vibe.
Yes.
Like the student section type shit where
It's a
it's
real thing, man.
yeah,
It's a real
yeah.
thing.
So I mean, imagine a team like a OKC, young team, you know, in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and maybe that's the direction the Clippers need to head in. You
Blow
know,
it up.
yeah. I
Blow
mean, dog. Let's stay on this. Let's stay on this. That's a whole nother topic, baby.
Yeah.
I just thought about them, like a young, just
Yeah.
that whole atmosphere, young team, that college vibe.
But
That you
even
know.
I mean, one thing that Oklahoma City does that I respect is even after the game when Chet was getting interviewed, it was 8 of his teammates standing around him
Mm,
taking part in the interview. That's the culture that they've created, that when one guy's getting talked to, the teammates are standing around supporting.
mm-hmm.
And which last year in the playoffs, I had noticed Josh Giddey wasn't in those huddles after the game.
Mm.
So it was a clear indication to
So
me.
so they wasn't fucking with that.
Yeah, it's a clear indication like he's out of here. So
Get him out of
yeah,
here.
Josh, get him out of here. The
uh,
today the person that wasn't with everybody was J Dub. So I was curious, like, okay, maybe he had some stuff to do in the back, or he was getting interviewed by another a local station or something like that.
okay.
I don't know, but that's just something I'm saying to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
Like he
I hear
wasn't
you.
he didn't take part in that.
Okay.
It looked like it was some guys on some two-way contracts trying to get in
Standing
the
around, like
yeah, hanging around like
trying to
I'm
get
trying to
some
stay on
air
the
time.
team. No, I'm
Yeah.
trying to stay on the team.
Oh.
I'm a part of the unit.
Oh shit.
Some two-way guy. I said, damn.
This
I
might
said
be
they
my
got a couple.
only chance, baby.
Yeah, they like, man, I'm trying to stay in Oklahoma, man. What you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, so and then in looking at Denver,
Okay. Let's go on over to Denver, man.
uh, so I had that long
Woo.
text because
Uh-huh.
I wanted to right my wrong in all the wrong things that I said. Like I uh I underestimated the effect that Contavious Caldwell Pope, Bruce Brown, Jeff
Okay.
Green,
Okay.
and I'm trying to think of the fourth person. It was a fourth, and Reggie Jackson.
Mm.
I underestimated the contributions they made to the Denver Nuggets team. You hear
Mm.
those names and you're like, eh. There was only one starter, Contavious
Why do you feel
Caldwell
like you
Pope.
underestimated it though?
Because the year so that they were on the roster the year that they won the championship, right?
Right.
And then the following year, I remember saying, I'm picking Denver to win again. And I talked about how at their front court has an unfair advantage with Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. that can play
You're a
the
Michael Porter Jr. Fan.
I like Michael Porter Jr., but
Yeah.
I'm saying Michael Porter Jr. being able to play the three at 6'11" and
Mm-hmm.
being able to rebound, and then you having Aaron Gordon, who is strong enough to guard a LeBron James in the post, or strong enough to match up with the strongest athlete or the forward that's strong. He's able to match up with him and take that matchup to take the pressure off of Michael Porter to where he can roam around, rebound, shoot,
Mm-hmm.
do all that stuff. So
Okay.
I said the way that Denver was constructed, it's going to be hard to beat them. So that was my thought, but I reflected on how they lost in the playoffs, and then I looked past their first 5 today and looked at their bench and was like, "Ooh wee, ooh
Yeah.
wee."
Ooh wee.
It was
No, 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 no,
yeah.
no.
Like, no disrespect to these guys. These guys are pros. Look, you guys are all better than me. I'm 43 and washed.
I don't know if
So
y'all better than me, man.
so I'll say I'm 43 and washed, but I'm calling a spade a spade.
Yeah, nah,
Um,
I feel you.
I don't think teams are intimidated when they're seeing Dario Sarge come in there to play in the second unit. Um, you know,
Nah, I don't think they are. And he was where was he last year?
damn,
Phoenix?
I want to say
Was
Phoenix.
it
I
Phoenix?
know at some point he was with Phoenix. I don't know if yeah, he might have.
Okay. Um, but he was injured, right? He had a knee injury, I believe.
I do not know. Let's
If
see.
I'm not mistaken. Believe he had a knee injury.
And
Um,
last year he was with Golden State last year. He was with Golden State, and then
okay.
the year
Okay,
before
yeah,
that,
yeah,
he
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Before that it was Phoenix.
Toronto. He was with Phoenix in yeah, he was with Phoenix in 2022, 2023,
Okay,
but
I
he went
thought
to
so. I
OKC
thought so.
and he went to Toronto.
Okay. Yeah, and I think he had some kind of injury. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was his knee or something, but I remember he was trying to work himself back into form. Um, but this would be probably the second year off the injury,
Mm.
maybe third. Um,
I'm
he
just gonna
could. I'm saying all that to say he could be a key piece for them if he's healthy. He's not bad, man.
I was high on Dario Sarge when he played with Philly, and he
Hmm.
hasn't played with Philly since 2018, 2019. When he first went to
Yeah.
Minnesota, I was like, okay, they got Dario Sarge. He gonna be all right. And then after that, I just fell off the Dario Sarge wagon. I look at Dario Sarge. He's a guy like
Okay, so yeah, look, he tore his ACL.
yeah, but I'm saying I was off of that. I was off of him by 2019.
Hmm,
So yeah, so
okay,
I was yeah, I had already moved past him. It's like this this dude Collins. What's the dude Collins for the San Antonio Spurs? I-
for the Spurs,
Yeah,
Collins.
Collins. Yeah, the
Mm.
big number 23. Went to Gonzaga.
Oh, um, I know who you're talking about. You're saying you're off him.
Like I was on when he was in Portland and he was young in Portland. I'm like,
Nick
man,
Collins, right?
yeah,
Nick,
no, I don't think Nick Collins. Zach
Zach Collins. I
Collins.
mean,
Zach
not
Collins.
Nick.
Yeah.
Zach Collins.
Yeah, when he was with Portland in his younger years, I was like, "Man, Zach Collins gonna be all right." I think he messed up his knee, but yeah, I forgot Zach Collins was in the league for a while.
Didn't Zach Collins have some like controversial shit popping off?
Uh, I think you're getting it mixed up with the other another tall white guy. He played for
Mm,
Portland, then he played for Miami. It was something with the it was something with with the flag, the national anthem, something where he didn't want people to kneel, or it was something. But I know who you're talking about. Can't think of his name.
hmm.
But so yeah, so looking at Denver, right? Looking at their team, their second unit, uh Julian Strother, um, Peyton Watson. I just it's not doing it for me. And no disrespect to those guys, those are young guys. They're I'm glad to see that they're finally getting an opportunity.
Hmm.
Um Tonight against Oklahoma City though, they needed more from their second unit and they didn't get it. And I'm looking at the second unit and it's a big drop off from their first unit.
Hmm.
So it's not like you can substitute four guys from the second like and leave four guys in from the second unit with one guy in from the first unit. You're going to have to stagger it a little bit more because you don't have it. It's too much of a drop off.
Hmm.
So that's what I see. And then uh, Christian Brown is now inserted into the starting lineup. I actually thought he played well. He provided energy, but it's just too much of a drop off. Jokic looked like he was racing horses all off season. Like, damn,
And he
Jokic.
probably was, man.
Like,
Yeah,
you in Denver sucking air in Denver, brother. And this is you got the home court advantage. The altitude is getting to you like you ain't been there.
yeah. Was it because he hasn't?
You just flew in last night.
Yeah. What time is the game?
Yeah, so it was like, yeah, just in looking at that, Aaron Gordon didn't look the same.
It's
Um,
the first game,
I
though, man.
but I know that Aaron Gordon, I believe he lost his brother. I know he changed his number to 32. I think it was in honor of his brother. So
Hmm.
I know it was the first game, but I again, it's just something I'm wondering, is that in the back of your mind?
I mean,
It's yeah,
I'm
it's hard to lose
sure.
a sibling. Yeah. So, it's not me. I'm not saying it. I'm saying that because I don't want it to sound like I'm shitting on Aaron Gordon for him not looking like himself in the first game. I'm sure he's dealing with some personal things. Jokic ass just came in looking out of shape. Um, but
Mm,
but Contavious Caldwell Pope, he was. I felt like he was a key piece to this team. Like he would defend, he could
yeah,
space the floor.
yeah,
He could shoot off the dribble. And if Murray may not have had it going, or one of the guys didn't have it going, Contavious Pope, Caldwell Pope might have got it going. So to lose him, like that's a blow to the team.
hmm,
And that kind of set them back. So again, now Christian Brown would have been stronger on the second unit. Now he's in the starting lineup. Now you're looking for his replacement on the second unit, which is Peyton Watson or Julian Strawther. And I don't think that they're where he was the previous year. I,
yeah.
and again, it's the first game.
Watson. I would think Watson would be
He's got upside.
yeah.
Yeah, like he'll play defense. He did get a nice block,
Hmm.
hustling back, but the thing that they've wanted him to improve at was his shooting from the outside, being able to space the floor. And it still doesn't look like he's done that
That
to this point.
reminds me of you talking about SGA with the pull up threes. He did that a couple times
Mm.
in the game.
What'd you
Um,
think?
if he well, everybody's gonna be shooting motherfucking threes. They already are.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you had Boston shoot how many? The first
61,
listen, and that was ridiculous. At the end of the game,
where they're
trying to
just trying
get
to
that
hoist
rec,
him up.
that was ridiculous, man.
Hey
Like,
man, did you hear what Jeff Teague called Jordan Walsh?
what he call him?
That nigga so foul for that. He called that
What did he
nigga
call him?
baby Charlie V.
Oh,
That he said it so fast that
okay.
the average listener may not have got
Hey,
it because he said, "I'm like, what the hell?"
Teague, Teague is funny
That nigga is
as
funny.
fuck.
That nigga
Like
is.
Teague is a great storyteller.
Oh, he is.
He is a
He is.
great storyteller. Like he's really entertaining. And he seems like he would be a cool dude to just, just hang with,
Yeah.
pause.
He-
But you know what I'm saying? Like one of them dudes is just like he funny and shit and it's like
Yeah.
real cool, ain't arrogant, just real relatable. That's what it seems like. Like
Absolutely.
I could
You know,
see why their podcast
it's
is
popping.
doing what it's doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He is.
And the other thing with his stories, nobody disputes him when he's telling the stories and has
No,
them
they
on the
don't.
show. It's
They
like,
don't.
this nigga's telling the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called a nigga baby Charlie V. I was like, oh,
Okay.
oh no, T,
Hey, hey,
no.
hey, hey.
Yeah. But now you know what? I'm not mad that they were trying to shoot the three to break the record, man. It's the game was in hand. You got to give some. You got to give the fans a show, man.
Give the fans a show,
There's an
but I
entertainment
that was
aspect to it as well.
that was uh-uh. You can come back down and run something and shoot a three. That's why they didn't get it.
Because they were pressing so hard
Yeah,
to get it. Yeah,
yeah, trying
yeah,
too hard. You
yeah,
out there now. You looking stupid. The
yeah.
the whole shit is looking dumb, and you ain't gonna get it. Like just play, man. Just
So I
move.
agree, so I agree with you in that respect. Just run the plays,
Yeah,
and
just run the plays and
you're gonna
hope.
get the
Niggas
looks that you were getting.
niggas getting the rebounds and backpedaling back to the
Yeah.
three, and everybody running back to like, man, come on, man, just play, man. You know,
So that I
got
mean, so
got
that
that
was my
good in
takeaway
and
from
out,
Denver.
huh?
You said what?
I say you got that good in and out, huh?
Yeah, man. My son didn't drink his drink earlier, man. So
In and out.
yeah.
Pause. In and out. You remember that
Pause.
one comedian that was like,
No.
he said black folks will make a song, or make any kind of song soulful
Gospel.
or make some
Oh.
shit. He was like, in and out, in and out. That's what making love. I mean a
Uh,
hamburger. You don't remember that
oh
shit? It
no.
was back in the day on
Comic
BET
View.
Comic View. Yeah. I gotta find out.
That sound like some
I
Comic
gotta
View. Yeah.
find out that dude's name so I can shout him out. That was some of the funniest shit, man.
Hey man, I remember being in church, man, and it was praise and worship, and the lady was doing the Lenny Williams slash R. Kelly runs
Oh,
when
the
she was like, yeah,
oh,
and the pastor was like, like, like he
did he
was
put his
feeling it.
hands like that too?
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
I was like, but she didn't start off doing it. She was like, and I was like,
oh.
is she about to? And then she waited a
Hey,
little while.
did y'all
Uh,
did y'all join in?
no, man, I was sitting there looking like, is she really about to go here with it?
And she
And
did.
yeah, it was like 5 a.m. prayer.
Oh man, that is funny.
Oh,
Oh,
and she was doing the jerk. Yeah, and the pastor was like feeling it. Them O's was hitting his soul.
Every O was like,
Yeah, 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 like fighting tears. Yeah,
oh, that is funny.
man, you see some weird shit in the church, man. Some
There's
weird
no
stuff.
church in the wild, but it's
Oh
wild. It
man,
gets wild in the church, huh?
yeah, man, yeah. Damn,
Mm.
I'm mad I didn't send you the video to the dude in the choir singing.
What,
Boy, I'm
what was
you
this
got your
back in
huh?
the day or something recent?
Oh no, it's something recent, man. Hold on.
Oh
You
shit!
I I just sent it to you. You can play it loud, man. Go go and play it
Oh,
loud.
I could play it loud.
Oh yeah, so the viewers can hear it. I just sent it to your I just sent it to your DM on Instagram, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Huh?
I said I had dropped my phone.
Oh, yeah. Play that shit with some volume, man.
Huh. Let's see what the fuck we got here.
Mm.
Oh, I did play this earlier.
I sent it.
I don't think that that's what was said.
I said, man, I don't know, man. I done heard some. Hey,
Nah,
man,
I
listen.
think that was some
I done heard some stuff before,
AI
brother.
shit.
I done heard some stuff before.
I'm sure you have, but
Nigga, nigga tapped me on my shoulder during Bible study and was like, man, these women out here in Arizona is wild, man. I'm like, huh? Hey, wow. man, I had a woman, man. She started showing me a porn with her and a dog. I was like, man, don't show me a porn with her and a dog. Show me a porn with you and a man, or you and two
What?
women. And niggas start nudging me. I'm like, what the? This nigga saying this during Bible study. What? Hey,
Oh,
hey, man, I ain't even tell you the worst
yo.
part. He was a minister telling me this. I'm
Oh
like,
man.
if I'm lying, I'm dying, dog.
I have I can give you a guess of who it was, but I won't do that on air.
No, 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 no.
Off off.
I'm t- I'm talking about an elder.
Oh,
No, 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 not a
okay.
young man. An elder
Okay.
said this to
Okay.
me, and I was like,
He's like, you know what, son? After you live a little, you'd be talking like this too.
but he's saying it. He's behind me, so he's speaking into my ear, like, man, I'm telling you, and I'm like, so
Hey,
I,
and he put hey, hey, he put that hustle man voice on.
yeah,
Like, look, I'm telling you, she showed
huh,
me.
yeah, my
He's like,
bad, man.
I'm telling you, man, she gonna show me this
Yeah,
booty.
he's leaning over saying this, and I'm like, and I'm just kind of sitting back because I'm listening, but I don't want to look like I'm disturbing the the reading. So I'm like, oh
Oh man, it was chapter her and the dog, verse 22.
yeah, man. When he said, I was like, oh man, it's
Yeah, that's crazy.
niggas wild.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
shit was on a Tuesday night, man. I ain't never forget that, man.
Mm, mm, mm.
So yeah, man. I know we didn't we went all the way down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, you definitely hit that hard turn. Like you were supposed to turn left.
Yeah,
Um,
we turned right 30 miles ago, man.
yeah,
But
Dallas. Are you
so
are you you have anything else to add about this OKC and Denver situation? We didn't even
yeah,
talk about the outcome of the game. You were just breaking down the rosters.
the outcome of the game,
Well,
yeah,
well,
just
well, you didn't really go too much into Denver's roster because we said
yeah, I
once you
just
get past the starting five,
it's just Mickey, man. It's just yeah, it ain't it. And it's I
I
feel
mean,
bad for Russell Westbrook.
I was just gonna say they picked up Russell
Yeah,
Westbrook, and
yeah.
I, I said this to you multiple times before that I'm just really upset about the way the Clippers, or well, I'd say I'm just disappointed in the way the Clippers handled the situation with Russell Westbrook.
An
Like I
LA
don't,
native and a
yeah,
professional.
yeah, I don't know the behind the scenes and like everything that went down with his contract and all of that stuff. So I'm speaking blindly
Well,
in
no,
that regard.
remember he opted into the deal.
No,
He
no,
could have became a free agent.
no, I know,
Okay,
but I'm
okay.
saying I don't know what was said, in the midst of that, and what promises were made, or where it was like, okay, this bridge is burned. Like at what point, or even if the bridge is burned, maybe he just wanted to leave. I don't know.
Let's think
There's a
about
lot of
this,
things that
though,
I
Wayne.
don't know.
Wayne,
Huh?
think about this. Russell Westbrook has been in the league for quite some time. I think he took the league minimum to play with the Clippers, or
Yeah,
it was
he
like
did. He
4 million.
did. Yeah,
It was
it
something
was
minute.
it was really a small
Yeah, he was grossly
amount
underpaid.
of money in when relative to the stars on that team. He
Yeah,
wasn't making.
or what he could have gotten somewhere
Yeah,
else. So,
I will say
okay,
the other stars on the team because I still think Russell Westbrook has some star power.
absolutely. So, I believe it was a 2-year deal. I think it was a 2-year contract. It was like a 1+1, so he had the option to opt out after the first year. Looking at it, we knew that Paul George was a free agent, and based on the trades that they made, based on everything that we had saw, it looked like they were trying to bring back Harden,
Uh huh.
Chris Paul. I'm not Chris Paul. Damn, I'm tripping. Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George. Looked like they were trying to do all three. They signed Harden first. Then after they signed Harden, Russell Westbrook then opted in
Okay.
and
So
think,
so it says he signed a 2-year $7.8 million deal.
yeah, I thought it was 2 years, 8 million. So he's making less than 4 million a year, and he again, but he I thought it was I thought he had the option though to opt out after the first year
Um
because I remember seeing that
yeah.
he opted in.
No, yeah, I know he did opt in.
Yeah,
I just don't know I'm trying to see exactly how that was structured. But
yeah,
but go on. Go on
but
while I'm
but to but to opt in is saying that hey, I want to stay with you in this organization, and I'm fine with getting paid with what I'm getting paid, but I want to be with your organization. So you waited for this man to opt in,
hmm
and then you traded him to Denver. Like I thought that they should have did better by him.
hmm So, and with Denver currently, it's almost the same type of situation. It looks like it's a $6.7 million salary,
Mm,
and the second year is a player option,
okay.
and then he's unrestricted in 2026 to 27 that year.
Okay, so he can opt out again after this year.
Yes,
Yeah. And now but now it's like if he opts out, now you're moving somewhere else. And at the end of the day, this man has a family.
because he had like he had that bird uh option situation with the Clippers before he officially signed for the remainder of the season or something like that, if I
Okay,
recall correctly.
yeah,
And that,
I don't know the bird rights, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So, um, okay. And let's see. So he signed for the rest of the season. Then he signed a 2-year, $7.8 million deal with the Clippers that included a player option
Yeah,
for 24-25. So he opted in.
yeah,
Um, and that was a basically $4 million point $4.03 million player option with the Clippers that he exercised the player option on that, so he signed.
yeah.
Um, but but see, that's what I'm saying. Like it was almost like a sign and trade situation. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
all right, you're gonna agree to get your bread, and then we send you over for we send you to Denver, who's a contender, and we get a couple pieces back, a couple players back. Like it doesn't just sound like if you know you're getting screwed, why would you?
But I'm saying I don't think he knew. I think he was taking less to make room for Paul George. They're like, man,
Kevin,
because remember
Kevin.
the
Now,
remember
if you
the
told me to think about Russell Westbrook and everything, think about the whole situation. You know them niggas talk to each other.
but I'm saying they were, analysts and everybody was saying you're not going to be able to sign all three of them. You're not going to be able to sign all three of them.
Right. And
But
they had already made a decision to roll with Kawhi Leonard, which I continue to tell you that I don't think that was the right decision.
yeah,
I think they should have. if it was down to, okay, we have to choose out of the, the big names or the big stars, I would have said, okay, we're going to keep Paul George.
Yeah,
My brother said something like, okay, they probably just gave Kawhi Leonard um the edge out of respect for his
the title,
accolades.
the titles. Yeah,
Yeah, the things that he's accomplished
yeah.
over his career. Okay, that's great. But if you look at the current like state that you're in and going forward, hey man, his title with Toronto or the Spurs, that shit can't do nothing for you now, Clippers, right? He got to be healthy and on the floor. And I know that was a question about both he and Paul George,
Mm-hmm.
which Paul George has the hyperextended
Knee.
knee.
Yeah,
So he's, neither one of them are
active at
playing.
the moment.
Yeah. So but the Kawhi Leonard situation just seems like a more serious thing. Like, why would you be out for so long, so consistently?
It's sad, man. It really is because he's a top 10 player when healthy. But
Okay.
nah, he is when healthy.
When
Yeah, when
healthy.
healthy. He's a
What
top
is
10
the
player
operative phrase in that?
when.
When healthy.
Yeah,
I didn't say word,
yeah,
phrase. When healthy.
yeah. When
So
healthy,
no, when healthy, but when is that?
yeah. I mean, he
And
played
the
68
thing
games
is,
last year.
here's okay, great. Here is did he play in the playoffs when they needed it most?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried and he couldn't.
And the fact that you take your focus and say, okay, hey, we're gonna sign Kawhi and then we'll work on the rest of the team. That move right there basically dismantled your team.
Yeah.
When they made that decision, they should have known, like, this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it was a
Yeah,
wrap.
yeah.
They have to they gotta rebuild.
Oh, they do, they do.
They gotta
Did
rebuild.
did you see them did you see them last night?
Man, I saw bits and pieces of that game.
People will
And,
look at the stats
uh-huh.
and say, "Man, James Harden was killing. Oh my gosh."
Yeah, yeah. And then I looked at the highlights, to see that at first it looked like they were on the verge of getting blown out.
I thought they were. I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
I was like, damn, opening night, the Clippers about to get smoked like this.
I didn't understand. And Devin Booker went cold and it
I
just
walked in the house. I walked back in the house because, Ari had a soccer practice. We out
Mhm,
at 9 o'clock at night. When I got back in the house, um, it was the overtime, and they
mhm.
were just getting ready. They were coming out the timeout. The Clippers had called the play, and they were inbounding. And when the ball went off of James Harden's hand, and that
Hit
was
him in the hands
yeah,
when
yeah.
him in the
It was almost like that nigga was like, "I'm tired. Like, let's go home." Like,
that's so, I'm glad you said it like that because that's what it looked like for a lot of the game. Like I won't say a lot of the game, in the 4th quarter. In the 4th quarter, James Harden made more mistakes than I've ever seen him make as a player in a game, just in the
you know,
4th quarter alone. And it looked like it was fatigue. Like he came up, they were up by 4. He came up and he took a long 3
hmm
and shot it with nobody, with no safety back. He was like the safety. Uh, Durant closed out, leaked past him, and they threw it down. They got a long rebound, threw it down court. Durant scored,
hmm
put
hmm
him down 2.
and man, when we were at the preseason game that night, and I was telling you about what I thought about the Clippers, and I was talking about Kevin Porter Jr.
Hmm.
Um, I don't recall if I told you what I thought James Harden would average. I think I did say
No,
20 and 10.
I don't remember.
Okay. So I think it's going to be 20 and 10 assists, like 20 points, 10 assists.
I think he's going to get more turnovers this year than he's gotten in years prior.
Okay, but
Eh,
he will have the ball and he will work as a facilitator.
He
And
will.
then he'll turn it up and score in spurts. He can still score.
He
It's
can.
very easy for him.
He can. He can.
So
He
he's
can.
going to average like 20 points. Really, they need him to. They
They
need him
do.
to score.
Hmm.
And then he's going to be the one who's facilitating and distributing the ball. So he's going to average probably 20 and 10 easy. But
I no,
just
I agree with that. I
just
just
overall, man, I just don't.
it is, but I think for him, you can see, okay, this guy is getting older, and fatigue is starting to. It's going to be a factor because he's shouldering the load, and he's just more advanced in age.
They're going to make a trade.
I mean, who they have? Like, what do they
I'm
have to
just telling you,
trade?
they're going to.
Yeah, but what do they have to trade?
They're gonna make a trade. I don't know what it will be. I don't know how the draft pick situation
They've got
looks.
one first round draft pick next
Yeah,
year.
I know.
Like, yeah, Zubac was solid.
Yeah, I
Zubac,
mean,
yeah,
but that's
yeah,
it. But he's solid. That's
yeah.
like if you pause. That's like if you go back and talk about Hardenstein.
Yeah, but Zubac gives you more offensively than Hardenstein.
Okay, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, are you gonna run your offense
No,
through
he's
Zoo?
not the
Right.
difference.
So
Yeah,
he's not exactly. That's what I mean. Like he's a
yeah,
good key piece.
he's not the
You know
difference.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but what they say, you need more. Like,
yeah,
like in battle rap, where the nigga spitting a hot bar, like somebody just went off in the first round. Now it's your turn in the first round, and you coming back and you spit some hot shit, and they like, that was dope. You need more. You need more.
So,
Like, you need more.
okay, so who is it? Norman Powell that gets traded?
Um,
Because it's got to be
he
appealing.
he is he is probably the um the most,
Or
I
is it
would say.
coffee?
No, I
Okay,
don't I don't think, unless you package both of them together.
okay.
I don't think coffee's bad, but I'm just
No, I
saying
don't
from
either.
a
I don't
from a
either.
perspective of, yeah, I think coffee got game. I'm
Yeah,
just speaking of the perspective of, like, in trade negotiations,
yeah,
like, who would someone be giving up in return for like a Norman Powell coffee deal? Like, you're probably gonna get another, like, role player.
yeah.
And then what? Like, how does it fit? Like, you have, they can't, first, they can't give up neither one of those guys right now.
Okay.
If they, and I told you that they'll be like a
40.
play-in team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be a playing team. But that's also assuming, like, I don't know what's gonna happen with Kawhi Leonard.
If Kawhi doesn't play,
I was gonna say that's assuming he's in the
yeah,
mix. If he's not
yeah.
in the
If
mix,
he doesn't play, they are a 30-win team. If he doesn't play, that's what I'm gonna go with.
it may be a 30-win team. Then, man, I don't think he's gonna play.
Damn. You know who's on, man? Do you see who
Who-
the new coach is? The new head assistant?
Van Gundy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I saw,
Yeah.
man, but man, this Spurs and Dallas game.
Not bam. Not bam. I,
Uh,
I have a hard time watching Yama.
he, you know what he did? It does look like he picked up some weight, a little bit of weight, a little bit of muscle, maybe.
He did.
Yeah, he looks a little different.
I,
Um, and you say you're not a fan. I think he's gonna be a
I think
prop.
I
Like
think he's
he
talented.
is a problem,
I
and
think
I
he's
think
talented. I think it, but for me, it just sometimes it looks awkward, man, and it looks nasty.
I think it's getting a little better as far as the way it looks. I think it's getting a little better, but it was
It
looking.
looking awkward.
Yeah.
He's the wind pill, the wind piece. The what is the I don't even know what the thing is
Oh,
called. That's in
the
front of the
thing that
tire
they just
shops.
blow and it's
Yeah, yeah,
like,
he's looking like that.
who did I say it was looking like that one night?
That
Oh,
was
the
the Cooper
dude.
game. Who was that?
Oh man, I remember.
Was it Kai
I'm trying.
Jones? Well,
No, 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 no. It was at that SC game, the USC. What was that? University of Texas,
yeah.
San Antonio,
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah, the
yeah, the dude
lefty.
who was the lefty. He was doing the giving the shimmy and looking like he was telling niggas it's a sale outside of the store. Like,
Nah,
man,
he was trying to sell himself on hitting that jumper. Like,
hey, man, he was definitely looking like one of them things that the air blows in. The
oh man.
man, that shit was
My nigga
but
DP was at the game like, "This is D1."
oh man, it is. Hey, the game has changed, man. You know,
Oh,
there's some
absolutely.
talented kids out there.
And then there's some
And then there's look,
then there's
look.
some
Denver's starting five is,
talented.
and I'm not gonna say that the bench is not.
I'm gonna say,
Listen, you have to be talented to get to.
yeah,
Well,
you're in that you're less than that 1%.
yeah. So like, I'm not gonna shit on anybody who's
Yeah,
in the
you're the
league. You know
league.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
fuck am I to say some shit? But hey, man, you can speak the truth about something.
absolutely.
When you're looking at it, and if you're looking at this game as a fan and you're breaking stuff down, fan, analyst, whatever, basketball
And
player,
just a person that knows how to that knew how to play,
yeah,
that
yeah,
had
yeah,
some
yeah,
skin in the game.
yeah. So it's like there's a drop off.
Yeah, the first
There's a
group is talented, the
yes.
second group is fortunate. Yeah, fortunate.
Oh shit. Oh, the second group is fortunate.
We got talented and we got
Fortunate.
fortunate. Yeah,
Man. Um, I don't know. I don't think that they will if you have to, and this one game in, some niggas haven't even played yet, right?
absolutely.
So, but the way Denver looks right now,
Mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm. Yeah, I ain't buying it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like
So,
that shit.
yeah. All you need is I don't like that shit. You need the banana. I don't like that shit. Pause. Um, so yeah, no, I'm not rocking with Denver making a deep playoff run like that. I'm not the way it looks. If we just going off of the way it looks, I'm not rocking with Minnesota.
They were better tonight. And what's his name? The nigga that was trying to facilitate too much, Julius.
Julius
Or
Randle.
no, 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 Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
Hey,
Um,
I told you, I told my brother the only niggas named Julius we respect is Julius Irving and Julius. Everybody hates Chris dad.
you know that nigga
Nah,
didn't they didn't even have a last name in the show. I was
hey,
trying to
that's
look it up,
funny,
it never said their last name. So yeah, niggas Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. So
man.
um
I was telling you that I thought, and I still think um that Minnesota got the better end of that deal. I I
I
like
agree. I
Julius
like
Randle's game.
I I don't like his game. I think he's effective if
So
he plays his game and not tries to
This,
shoot the three.
thi- so I guess I'm saying I like that he plays hard, man.
Yeah, I
I like that
respect
I
that.
like that he
Yeah,
plays
I
hard.
respect that.
I'm not saying like, oh, it's so nice, man.
Oh, okay, okay,
This
okay,
nigga
okay, okay.
got all the moves and
Yeah, I'm
like I was
look at
saying
me.
like a Kevin Durant type
Yeah,
shit, like
I'm
Kevin
like,
Durant game.
this
No, I'm
nigga
saying
just burly.
yeah, I like that Julius Randle. He is like who were you saying when you trying to talk about Hartenstein and Zubac? He's
Oh, he's
levels
above them.
above those guys.
Yeah, he's an
Like
all-star.
he's a
He's an
dude. Yeah.
all-star.
Yeah, he's not just
He's a 2010 guy.
yeah, he's not just one of those guys that you're like, "Oh, he's a piece to the
Yeah,
puzzle." No. He would be in this case with Minnesota, he's the 2, the one in the 1-2
absolutely.
punch. It's
Absolutely.
Julius Randle. Um
You would have to continue to tell him, "Hey man, you're the 2 though." Yeah.
that's what did I say to you though when he when they made the trade? I said as long as, and I think it was in it's on wax, it's in writing because I sent a text to y'all. I said
Mhm.
he will have to accept that it is Anthony Edwards' show,
Yes.
and he can come in there and just do his thing and be the second guy.
You're
If he
Tito
does that,
Jackson. You you're
if
Tito.
if he does that, they can be a dangerous team.
And so
But
today,
he can't do that shit like the facilitating, like trying to pass it and whatever he was doing. I don't know what he was
it
doing. Like maybe it was just like
it was,
I don't
it was him and Nas Reed. They seemed like they wanted to just take the night off in LA. And
know.
so, when they played, both of them played better in Sacramento. So, Julius Randle was 13 for 17 from the field,
Yeah,
had
he had
5 rebounds
33,
for
right?
huh?
He
Yeah,
he
had
went for
33.
33. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, and if that's efficient, 13 for 17. He
yeah.
won't do that. He
And
probably won't do that 5 times this season.
again, just like old boy who went
Yeah,
Aaron Wiggins who went 7
7
for
for 8.
9.
Oh, 7 for 9, yeah.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
happen every night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
will he go for 30 multiple times?
absolutely.
Yes, he will.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, Anthony Edwards had to, pick it up. He ended up finishing with 32, and he was able to secure the game. I think he went to the foul line and made 2 free throws to secure the game, with it tied. But yeah, they looked better from the highlights that I watched against Sacramento than what they did in LA. Like they just looked out of whack, out of sync in
Mhm.
LA.
Hey man, DeMar DeRozan would have covered that line though. Remember I was talking to you about
Yeah,
that prize pick
yeah,
line?
he
He
got the
went for
28.
26, man.
Oh, yeah, 26. Okay, 26 points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It
the
was
line was
28,
for
right? It was
points and
28. Yeah.
rebounds.
Oh, no, I thought it was points, rebounds, and assists.
Hey, he got it
Yeah.
just off of points and rebounds. I don't even
Yeah.
remember if it was points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah, I thought you said points, rebounds, assists. Cause yeah.
Nah, I think it was points and rebounds because I said, man, he'll mess around and have 18 points and 7 rebounds, and the
Yeah.
line was 28.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, nah, he hit that pause.
Mm.
Um, De'Aaron Fox, 15 and 11. Mm,
Mhm.
that's not gonna always happen. He'll play better than that.
This is their team, though. Like Sacramento,
Uh huh.
all their guys played.
Yeah, Keegan Murray had 23.
Yeah. He did that double clutch 3 to try to win it. Didn't happen.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, man. I think Minnesota will be all right once they settle in and everybody figures out and accepts their role.
man, your boy Rudy Gobert had 3 points,
Booty Gobert,
11 rebounds.
my nigga Booty Gobert
Yeah, and Anthony Edwards was only 1 point
behind.
shy of
Yeah,
tying for the team lead. So he he's gonna be a problem, man, this year. Even more of a problem. He already is a problem, but I think you mentioned him in the MVP race, right?
I mentioned him and Shea.
Yeah,
Those are
him and
yeah,
Shea Gilgis
yeah,
Alexander.
yeah. Those are my front runners.
Yeah, yeah. I won't disagree with you there, man.
I look at Nicola, whatever dude's name is, the cousin to Shea Gilgis Alexander. What is his name? Nicola
Alexander.
Alexander Walker.
Yeah,
Nicola Alexander Walker.
yeah.
I see him and get disgusted every time I see him. Like, man,
Why?
because he's built just like Shea. He's built like Shea, like his he looks like I won't say he looks like Shea, but he's got the Shea body type. He's
Mm-hmm.
got like kind of the movements, but he don't have the Shea game. So you see this
Mm.
like, oh man, this is cable Shea. You remember like it was Direct TV versus cable. Yeah, yeah. Shay's
Yeah.
Direct TV, and this dude Nikolai and Nicola is cable. He's cable Shay.
Okay.
He's the cable Alexander.
Oh wow, man. No respect, man. He's a disrespectful dude.
Oh man, hey man, he actually is shooting the ball pretty good this season though. So I
Man,
will
it's
say
two
that.
games, man.
Hey
Or
man,
one.
exactly. And in both games, he shot over 50% from three.
Look,
Do you remember him
I
last year in the playoffs from three?
I don't know the percentage, but
Oh,
I remember.
it was god awful. He couldn't hit anything.
Okay, but I'm gonna say this: like, I'm not gonna draw every conclusion based on the first two games of the season. Some things are clear, like Denver's got to do something, and the Clippers need to blow it up. Like, some things are clear, but like some things you just got to say we're only two games into the season, man. So let's relax.
I'm just saying,
Other
man,
things are clear, like Boston is still going to be
a problem.
at the top of the
A problem.
Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Um, but if you had to go with the top three in the East, who would you say?
Uh Boston,
Mm-hmm.
um, a healthy Milwaukee,
Okay.
and three.
What's the third?
I'm
Who's
the
that
the
third?
the jury's out on Philly. You know, you would want to say Philly. The
Uh
jury's out
huh.
on them, especially with Embiid not playing back to backs.
And Paul George with the injury.
Yeah, so I'm going to go in a different direction.
But you said, hold on, you said a healthy Bucks.
Yeah, healthy Bucks. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm gonna still keep the Bucks
So let's assume
as a
a
second team.
healthy
Philly.
Philadelphia.
I'm going to go with Orlando as the third team.
You think they have enough right now?
I thought they just needed a two guard. And I honestly thought that if Paul George would have went to
Oh,
Orlando,
okay.
if he would have chose to go to Orlando with what they already had,
No.
oh no, they would have been a problem.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, 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 no,
Problem as
no.
far as what? Going
As far as
second
beating them,
round?
no, no,
Do
no,
you
no,
think they
no.
would have gone to the finals?
I think
Eastern
that
Conference Finals?
they would have had the potential to, yeah, play the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay,
Absolutely.
maybe
Be-
Eastern Conference Finals because the Pacers got there last year, and
Yeah. But I
I
mean,
don't. Yeah,
you look at the Orlando team, they got a bunch of functional 6'10 guys
yeah,
with Bankero, the with Wagner, um,
yeah. Caro is
a problem.
man.
A
Yeah,
problem. And you put a Paul George with him where where Paul George could stretch the floor and shoot from the outside because he's shooting over he'll shoot 40% from three with them. And then you got Wagner. You've got
Okay, but you're talking about a piece. You're
they
talking
need
about they're a piece away, and that piece went to Philly.
no, I know. I'm saying if they would have got that 2 guard, but they got what's his name? They got Contavious Caldwell Pope, which he's not on the Paul George level.
Okay, I was just getting ready to ask you what are you talking about?
He's not on the Paul George level, but I think that Contavious Caldwell Pope is, he's underrated. He's gonna play defense. He's gonna hit some shots.
I agree with that.
He's gonna help.
You know what makes it to a point to where he could be considered underrated when that started, or what
What's that?
started that? Those
What's that?
Laker years, man.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
Laker years.
yeah.
Because he came out of Georgia,
Hmm.
I was like, this dude, he can score. Like he is a problem. Like he's gonna get to the league and you know get with those trainers and development and all of that kind of stuff. And let's see where he's at in another 2-3 years. But you can get players can get in certain situations and it can stifle their growth.
Absolutely. Or
Yeah.
they get with certain players.
Yeah, certain situations, certain players, and then this is it's so when you get to this and it's trickling down, but when
Hmm.
you get to the NBA for sure, it is a business.
Yeah,
So you can find yourself, these players can find themselves in a role. Like this is what you do well, make a career doing this.
but be on the wrong end of the business. It may not be what they do well, but the team is selling them on what they want them to do. Hey man, you're a hell of a rebounder. You're athletic,
Yeah, no.
and
Yeah, and then that's what they do for
man,
that team.
I don't rebound like that. What are you talking about?
But that's what you do for
But
that
you want
team
to play
because
on the team, but you want to get on the court.
and that's what they're asking you to do, so you do what they're
Yeah,
asking you to do. So that's a classic case. Like he was more than just like shooting threes, man.
a
Like
catch.
he
He
was
was more than a catch and shoot
yeah,
guy. Yeah,
he was more than and he I'm pretty sure he still has all that in his bag. He just doesn't do
yeah.
it.
You don't lose. Yeah, you don't.
But
No, he pulled it out a little bit in Denver.
but the thing is, once you get used to doing something a certain way, that's what you do.
Yeah,
When you're a role player and then all of a sudden they're like, all right, now we need you to be the man, or now we need you to be one of the guys. So that it doesn't always flow for everyone like that.
I remember. To what you're saying, Quentin Richardson had game. Played with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Would bully you and score. Could
Out
hit
out of
jumpers.
DePaul.
Yeah,
And he,
could hit
for the
jumpers.
youngsters who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Quentin Richardson was a problem.
Yeah, he was.
Big
Was.
guard out of DePaul,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you remember when he went to Phoenix in
I do.
D'Antoni's system?
I do.
The bullying stopped.
Yeah. 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 Well,
Nigga led the,
look at D'Antoni's
yeah,
system.
he led the league in three-point attempts, and it was a record at the time. And it was
Yeah.
like, Q Rich shoots the three like that? Like what?
Yeah.
But he found himself in a role, and then
That wasn't to his strengths.
yeah, and then but he accepted it. He's like, okay, this is what I signed up for. I guess I got to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And then he was never the same knucklehead Q that motherfuckers really liked and
Game.
respected.
Game.
Yeah, yeah. But just found himself in the wrong role.
Yeah. Man. So, but you think Orlando will allow KCP to get loose?
I
Like he'll
do.
be able to. Okay.
Because he's a veteran, he's a champion on multiple teams, and they need that. They need a veteran leader. That's what they
Man,
don't have.
don't hit me with the all the reasons why the Clippers re-signed Kawhi. I'm
Hey
talking about
man.
his skill, not that he the champion and all these things. Like, yes, those things are,
Well,
those things
Contav
play a
no, no,
factor.
no, Contavious, he's still the best two guard on that team.
Okay.
So the other stuff, you still have to respect his skill, but then you respect his accolades as well. It's easier to respect the accolades because he still has the skill. It's not like, oh, this nigga's washed up. Ah,
Accolades, I know they're there, but I'm saying X's and O's, marker to the clipboard,
yeah.
executing a plan. You think he's gonna be where in the fold? Second guy, third guy?
Um,
Like, what does his
uh,
role look like?
he,
That's what
he
I'm trying to.
he's the third guy
Okay.
because they got Wagner. Um, so he's the third guy in the fold. He's stretching the floor.
Okay.
Um, he's playing defense and he's giving you some offense. He's making some plays. I see him around 12, I'd say 13, 10 to 13 a game. But I'm going
Okay.
more so on the high side of 13.
All right.
I won't go 15. I think that's a little extreme.
But they're your third.
Yeah, they're my third. Yeah.
Okay.
I see Bancaro's 26. Wagner Wagner's like 18, 19.
Okay.
You still got I mean, but I still think with them they're still gonna have, even after Contavious Caldwell Pope, I think that they're still gonna have a couple more double digit scores. I think Jalen Suggs will be a double digit scorer.
Hmm.
Um, I think that Gary Harris will be a double digit scorer. He may get to 10. Um, damn, I can't think of the big. I know his number 34. Can't think of his name. Um,
For Orlando?
Orlando. Yeah, where's the goggles? Not. I know they have Mo Bamba too, but not Mo Bamba. Damn, I can't think of his name.
Okay, well, let's figure it out, man. I mean, with all this technology, we can't be sitting up here like like two old niggas slapping a knee like
No, I'm gonna tell
man,
you.
it'll come to me.
I'm gonna tell you in a moment. Damn, it said number 34. Damn.
Oh, Wendell Carter.
Yeah, Wendell Carter Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think he's another one that'll be a double double guy, like a 10 and 10 guy.
Yeah, and he started coming on when he was with the Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I,
Yeah.
I so I yeah I like that young nucleus in Orlando. I do. But Bancaro's a problem, man. The thing with
Yeah,
him,
he's definitely their guy.
they just they have to they got to get him easier looks. He doesn't always get easy
And
baskets.
and you say you see Caldwell Pope where in terms of
I said closer to 13.
okay.
And I said 3,
So that's
but I'm
so
I'm leaning to 4. I said 3 initially, but as I start breaking this down, um, I have to go Jalen Suggs in front of him, so he'll
okay.
be 4th.
So basically Caldwell Pope has to have a near career year in terms of scoring to match what you're saying. The most he is ever averaged is 14 and a half. Second to that is 13.8.
And I'm saying he'll be, yeah, between 10 and 13, but closer to 13.
Okay. So near a career year in terms of scoring for Caldwell Pope.
Yes.
That's what we're expecting to see.
Yes.
Okay. Based on your assessment.
Absolutely.
Okay. Um I
Who are your 3?
I will go with uh Boston,
Mhm.
Milwaukee,
Uh-huh.
and um I'll say if we're gonna apply when healthy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna apply that to the Sixers and just say I'll roll with the Sixers
Yeah, I don't like the
if healthy.
I don't like the fact that they're saying Embiid won't play in back to backs anymore.
I mean, didn't they say the NBA was gonna look into that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wait, hold on, what the fuck you motherfuckers got going on over here? Like,
Yeah, like
you
that's
know, like, yeah, that's some shit. And it's like, why would you announce it? Why would you
yeah,
announce it?
yeah,
Is he the one who said it?
I think so.
And they're like, God damn it.
You know, you already think bigs aren't the smartest people anyway. You're like, fucking big.
Yeah, what why would he say that shit?
Yeah.
Well, they gonna tell you to get your ass out there now. They're gonna come up with some kind of some kind of clause or something, or it says here in the in your contract that
You
X,
will
Y, and Z.
you will not
So
be eligible for all NBA.
oh well, they were already talking about
Well, it was MVP at first.
calculating.
The
Yeah.
Now was yeah, you can't be you're not eligible for all NBA. No. And then
And he ain't
that's gonna mess up the bonuses.
yeah, he ain't gonna like that shit.
Yeah, like no, no,
I
no.
and I think honestly, man, and we're sitting up joking and stuff about some things. I think he is a player who does care about legacy. I think Embiid does want to be one of those dudes who gets a championship so they could be talking about him like he's one of the greatest centers to ever play. Um, I mean, he got the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Now what? What you gonna do after that?
No,
So,
then he went and got the gold.
oh my
Then
god,
he
went
yeah, he
went and stole the gold.
yeah,
Went
hey, man,
went
it
and
was about
stole the
legacy.
gold.
It's
Man,
about legacy, man.
that shit right
I got this
there.
gold medal.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Man, so, Shaq, Kenny, Ernie Johnson, and Charles Barkley did a top 50 current NBA players, right?
Uh huh.
We won't go through top 50, but who are your top 5 current NBA players?
Top five current.
Yeah, top 5 because
Oh,
they did a top 5. So I'm curious to hear your top 5.
um,
And this is raw for me because I haven't even thought about it. So I'm thinking about it right now as I've
damn,
asked you the question.
man, there's so many. It's so many. Who would I be leaving out? Um, Let me just start throwing some names out there. I think you gotta go. Damn, but I'm gonna be naming all guards. Um, can I say five names that are just popping out right
Yeah, yeah,
now?
yeah. It doesn't have to be in
So
order. It doesn't have to say how man, this is
five
number
names that are
1.
just popping out right now
Uh-huh.
are Anthony Edwards, Shea Gilgis Alexander. Okay, let me say six.
No, 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 no.
Look, I didn't say I didn't say these are
Okay, you're
this
just
is
throwing
a
names out
definite.
there. Okay,
So because the last two, and I think you're gonna when I say what I say, it's like you still got to put them niggas in there.
okay. I know who you're talking about, but
Who?
keep going.
Who am I talking about?
You're talking about Curry and LeBron.
Yeah, it
Okay,
seems like you still got to put them in there. Curry for sure. I think Curry for sure. As the season goes on, if he's still doing what he's doing, then I think this is what I believe at this stage in their careers. Even though LeBron's played longer, going forward, sustainability is on the side of Curry. He's not a bruising type player. Run him off some screens as long as he don't tweak an ankle or
oh, so
have any
you
kind of catastrophic injury, and he
yeah,
can get that shot up. That bitch is gonna go
good.
in more times than that. You know what I mean? So, um, but Jokic,
Okay,
Um,
I think that's 5 you've named.
no, no, no.
Shea, Anthony
Durant.
Edwards. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, I was saying Curry, LeBron.
Those
Sh
I was saying those two,
Yeah,
but
into
Jokic,
the 6, right?
Jokic,
Yeah.
Durant,
Uh-huh.
uh, Edwards,
Mhm.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander. I still think Durant is just how the fuck can you leave Durant out?
Okay, so my list is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna throw Giannis in there. I still think you gotta throw Greek Freak in. Uh, Jokic, Luca. Um, that's 3 foreigners. Um, Shea. And I'm going Durant.
Okay, so we had three
Yeah.
common, three common.
And I only went Durant because I saw Durant last night and I saw LeBron the night before. So,
Yeah,
uh,
like
oh
and
man.
and and not look. So when I put those two, I just said you still. It seems like you would still have to put those two in there. I still got to see how the season go. Like I said, we're
Yeah.
2 games in. Like if 10 games, you can clearly see like
Decline.
there's a decline, then that changes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It's not, yeah.
then I would be looking for definitely um another one to fill the spot. Out of the other four that I have, I'd be looking at somebody else to round off that five.
Yeah.
Now, out of the ones you named, um, I don't know. I mean, some people will say, "Man, you crazy because you don't have Wimbenyama in there."
Hell no.
Ha- There
We
are a lot
Minyama,
of people who
yeah.
will say,
Minyama isn't in my top
"Yep."
10.
There's a
But
lot
I
of
hear
people
you.
who will say, "Do you disagree with that?" That there's a lot of people who will
No,
say
I
that you're
don't.
crazy. Yeah,
No,
there's
yeah.
a
Oh yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people
I
who
agree
will
with you.
say
No,
you
no, I
are
agree with you.
crazy because you didn't name Wimbenyama.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And um at this stage, I'm not there. I don't think he's top 10. Um,
Um,
but everybody's entitled to their own opinion,
but I
and,
mean,
and that's just kind of where I stand.
but this is just like this is a quick like
Yeah,
real
we're not
lost on
even.
players'
Yeah,
names. You got to
yeah,
start talking about criteria
yeah,
and
yeah,
all that kind of stuff. Like because then a lot of things come into play, like durability,
yeah,
availability,
yeah,
which those two kind of go hand in hand. But closing, um, you know, specific skill sets, rebounding, shooting, passing, you know, effect on the game. Like what have they done? What position do they play on their team? What role do they play on their team? Like
yeah,
it's a lot of shit, man. And this is and that's not even talking about where if somebody will sit and break down the stats and plus and minuses and all of that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Like, man,
So
no
you,
good
man. So you
question.
said you. So, man, are you watching the game tomorrow, man? The Lakers Phoenix.
Um, you know what, man? I'm not sure because it's
Oh
Friday
yeah,
and I'm
yeah, yeah,
usually out, filming games and stuff. So there's a good possibility um that I will be out tomorrow filming some games. So I can't say that I'll be watching that game. I'm not sure. Um
yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. What? Hey, man, what'd you think about Bronny getting in the game, man, with his dad? I mean, I know you're not a Laker fan, but
you knew they were going to do it. You knew they were going to do it, right? And to be honest, like um you're always talking about the NBA and storylines.
Absolutely.
They had Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken
And his
Griffey Sr.
dad.
there.
Yeah, sitting courtside.
You think that nigga wasn't gonna get in the game?
The
Like,
yeah,
eh,
I'll say this. I'm sorry to cut you off.
no, go
Um,
ahead, man. Niggas
I
will say, "I'm sorry to cut you off," but it's and
oh
continue
no, but you
on.
told me
Go
to go
ahead.
ahead. Um,
You was still going.
the I see why they hired JJ Redick. JJ Redick has a media savvy to him as far as how he talks and addresses the audience, the crowd, how he talks to the media, how he responds to certain things and different things that he picks out of what and what's going on. So JJ Redick, understanding the magnitude of everything, found the right time to get Bronny in the game.
Nigga, everybody knew when the right time was. The right time was right before the end of the first half. I guarantee you,
Everybody didn't know that. You knew that.
everybody knew.
No, you knew.
Everybody knew.
Don't
I knew.
assume. Yeah, don't
I
assume
knew.
everybody knew. You knew.
Don't assume that everybody didn't.
No,
Okay? That shit was obvious. Get him in there right before the end of the first half. Get this shit over with. Have it to where they both check in together. So you can get that picture of father and son checking in at the same time. Like, nigga, it was already written,
it was scripted.
scripted, written, it was on the board in the
It was the reminder. It was the alarm. The
yeah.
alarm went off. Oh shit! I gotta get them both in. Okay,
Yep.
go check it.
Exactly. Exactly.
But so did you hear what JJ Redick said? So they didn't have a good shooting night. Neither team. Did you hear what he said in
What?
regards to
No,
that?
I didn't hear what he said. What did he
Ah,
say?
man, he said, "And I'm looking into this because, uh, they're playing with new basketballs and the rebound came off and I kinda grabbed the ball and was like, 'What the hell is this?' You don't wanna play with a new ball. These are hard to break in. Everybody knows you have to play with an old worn ball to"
Why did it seem like the nets were tight? Did you see that? I told my brothers, I said, why does it seem like niggas just put new nets up? And you know how the
Oh, man,
nets
the
be?
ball slowly
Yeah,
is getting
where
caught in like,
yeah, you
"Damn, you
like,
stopping the
oh
fast
man,
break.
right,
I can't throw the
right.
outlet." Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta sit there and stretch the net so the ball could
Oh,
go in.
man.
Nah, but I didn't hear him say that.
And
Oh,
I read the comments and,
I just kind of stopped watching this
uh,
game, but
me too.
um Lively is a solid player too, man.
He is, man, but, they was letting him get away with a lot of bumping and grinding and holding on to
Whoa.
Yama's hips and what oh, man, he was holding
Whoa,
on to
what
his
the
waist
fuck is
while
this
he's
sounding like? This nigga said bumping and grinding and holding his hips like
that
pause.
nigga's holding his hips, grabbing his jersey, Yama trying to make a move, and they wasn't calling it. I was in the first half.
Okay.
Um But no, a lot of the comments were like, "Man, you know what? Like, man, the coach has never said that before." And then it was players like, "Man, if you know, you know." The like NBA players, like I saw Marcus Fizer jump in the comments, like, "Man, if you know, you know. Yeah, you don't want the new basketballs. You got to get the older ones." I saw some other ones. I saw Lethal Shooter talking about it. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like they really supporting JJ Redick on this. You looking like I'm not buying this shit.
I mean, I'm listening, man. Like
Yeah.
niggas is going to get,
The
we in the
excuse era.
world where no, I'm not
Oh,
even saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying we in the world where niggas is gonna dissect everything.
yeah.
Like, man, Niggas gonna hit you with the if you know, you know on everything.
Yeah,
Just like motherfuckers always say, I don't know who needs to hear this, but oh God,
I'm tired of
that
period.
should be killing me. I don't know who needs to hear this, but shut the fuck up with that. I don't know if you need I don't know who needs to hear this. Like,
I'm
man,
tired of women saying period and putting a T on it. The DT, like, oh my gosh.
what about the niggas who say it and put a T? Is it
The
okay for them?
hell no, it's not okay, man.
You specify women.
Because when there was a woman in particular that used to say it all the time, like, oh gosh. I'd have a meeting or something like that, and she'd be saying it like, ah.
Mm,
I got to the point where I'd be cringing, like, oh gosh. Couldn't
okay.
say nothing though. Just had to bear through it and listen. Like, mm.
Oh shit, man.
Mm.
Oh man. So are we on for Sunday, the NFL
um,
game?
I don't. I'll have to be remote. I have to. Yeah, I have to be remote.
Okay. But I mean, do you think you'll be
Oh, available?
available?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be available.
Okay, so we didn't have Bong tonight, so hopefully we can get him for sure on Sunday
Yeah,
for the
man.
NFL games.
It's midnight, man. It's October 25th. I want to shout out my parents, man. Today's their anniversary,
Oh,
celebrating 50 years.
happy
Uh,
anniversary to your folks, man.
I just said 50 years. That's what my dad said. He didn't say 50 years of marriage. He said, celebrating 50
50
years.
years.
Yeah, 50 years.
50,
Like,
50 years of what, sir?
50 years.
Oh, 50 years of is it 50 years of happiness and joy? It's
It's 50
50
years.
years, man.
It just keeps being 50
It's 50
years.
years.
Damn, it's 50 years. Yeah.
Man, I've
So
been in this for 50 years, man.
I
Show
said,
some respect, brother. 50 years, man.
what you gonna do for? Nah, I'll probably take out to eat or some shit.
Okay.
Like, so yeah, 50 years, man.
The
Congratulations,
big
y'all.
50. Okay.
Yeah, 50 years.
All right, man.
Again, we don't know what we don't know of what, but it's 50
It's just
years.
50 years.
Yeah, it's 50 years.
Yeah. Nah, that's cool, man. All right, man. Well, um, folks, we about to get up out of here. Hopefully it's we will be rocking again. We'll be back at this on Sunday for the NFL game. So look out for
Absolutely.
us on Sunday.
Absolutely.
This upcoming Sunday, week 8, right?
Yeah.
We're in week 8 of the NFL. Yeah,
Easy like
NFL
Sunday
week 8.
morning.
Yep. Sunday morning. So we'll holler at y'all then.
Peace.